Hey guys, it's Andrea. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Andrea. I talk about the NDIS and living with a chronic illness and a disability and general worldview life tips. And so guys, because I'm an internet content creator, I spend a lot of time on the internet following trends and things, and one thing you would have noticed, and love him or hate him, he is quite polarizing. Dr. Jordan Peterson has recorded a podcast and laid out all of the accusations against him with the College of Clinical Psychologists Ontario. And I was talking to this about a support worker, and I could not believe that she didn't understand what was happening to him was wrong. That there's the crux of the issue is that people have made essentially false accusations against Dr. Jordan Peterson about him being honest on social media and calling out people who are lying or being disingenuous on social media, as well as essentially calling out some biological realities is essentially the truth. And this dates back to 2018 when there was a lot going on in his personal life. And I was talking to this support worker about it, and I found that it was rather interesting that she did not understand why it was so important, even though I disagree with some of his views, to speak out against it. She thought that having no defined goals, no defined outcomes, and having someone who is attached to a government that Dr. Jordan Peterson has exposed is a good thing. And so, guys, we need to remember that Australia, the US, and Canada are all very closely politically, economically, and socially linked. And so we are also signatory to the UN Declaration of Human Rights, and that, embedded in that, is the right to freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of movement. And essentially what Canada is doing and the College of Psychologists Ontario are doing are restricting Dr. Jordan Peterson's freedom of speech, freedom of movement, because they are deciding to be the arbiters of good taste. And so me having an interest in history, particularly World War II, I have educated myself when I've been ill, recovering from seizures, on this topic. And it just stuns me that this support worker did not take the opportunity to listen to a client and practice active listening. She actually got very angry at me for my points of view, and I am now flat out refusing to work with this support worker because of the absolute disrespect that she showed me. And it's stunning that when I've been talking to people about the attitude, they were just saying, oh, you should have stood up. So I'm getting one or two, generally two viewpoints. One being, oh, well, you should have just put it up with it. You qualify for the NDIS, this is what you need to put up with. Or the other one being, okay, have you heard the parable about the donkey and the ass? And I will link that one down below. But essentially, it's the donkey and the ass arguing whether the grass is green or blue, and the donkey was insisting the grass was blue, the tiger was insisting that the grass is green, and they go before the king of the jungle, and that they then the donkey is punished and told that no, the grass is green, and the tiger is going, well, hang on, what's my punishment? And that the donkey had said that the donkey was punished, but the tiger or punishment was him arguing with an ass or donkey, depending on which version of the fairy tale you read. And that's what I thought, that I don't need to spend my time arguing with these people. And then I realised something even more deeper and disturbing that's going on. And this is what motivated me to do these videos that don't seem to be related to my channel at all. They're getting really bad views, bringing my engagement down, is that this is a system-wide problem. The systemic undertraining of support workers to the point that they actually don't understand disability. Let me say that again. That this is acceptable behaviour in the NDIS. That people are putting up with bad and poor support, or even being verbally abused or mistreated because of the level of training that support workers have. Do not get me wrong, I've had some brilliant support workers, but I'm finding that the support workers that my community access provider that I'm exiting out of, by the way, put up with this behaviour. When I complain, when I speak up, nothing is done. So I find, like Dr. Peterson, the only way is to put it out onto the internet and risk the real world consequences. And so guys, what's happening to Dr. Jordan Peterson is also happening to other people in other areas of life, and they are being silenced. And one particular group it's happening to more and more and more is people with a disability. Because of people who are unfortunately faking disabilities for views are effectively making it harder for people who do have a disability to be believed when they speak up about the ableism and the injustice that they face. And all we are asking for is equal access to healthcare, access to the care we need without judgment, and access to meaningful work and activities. I know that that seems like a lot to process, but in reality this is the bare minimum that we're asking for, and that we are tired of fighting. And Dr. Jordan Peterson is one person who's speaking common sense, and yet they are trying to silence him. He is expecting more of young men and people with a disability. And this is giving us some hope that we do have some people in our corner. And that is sustaining me and other people. And this is the reality of living with a disability, guys. It's not all unicorns and roses and plenty of time on your hands. It's facing ableism from support workers, the very people who are supposed to help you. It's facing ableism in the workplace. It's facing ableism online because I don't look disabled. I am able to do a lot of things for myself. Or it's being held up as the inspiration of, look how she's overcome disability. I haven't overcome my disability. I struggle with it every day. I struggle with my chronic illnesses every day, guys, as well. And guys, this is where speaking up and believing people when they speak up about abuse and mistreatment by their providers is so important. And I'm just going to do a shout out to Epilepsy Queensland, who have given me the opportunity to work with them. And so guys, that will be an ongoing process as well. But guys, please, if you can like, share, subscribe. I am hoping to set up a proper studio with some lighting and sound and up the production quality as well, guys, this year. And I hope that by letting you guys in more to my viewpoint, that it starts a discussion around disability support, and what needs to change in the NDIS as well. Because building awareness is one thing, but having solutions is another. And that's a whole different video as well that I will be doing. And guys, please, if you can, like, share and subscribe. That really helps me on the monetization journey.